Hello and welcome to Editing with My Wife, now with more fuming and ritual sacrifice. I'm the Hooded Philosopher, and I wrote a story, and I'm here with Cheesy Loops, and she's ready to read the story.
Fuming?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know how to get it into your head that I'm not saying anything important. There's no context to be driven here. It's just random words.
But fuming?
I'm not mad or anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Sweet.
Just the word I chose. You also said ritual sacrifices.
Yeah, that's usual for you.
Oh, I guess. Alright, so...
Chapter 6, Old War Buddies.
Not that old.
Zeka is a friend, nothing more, Frick thought, with her and a few other wizards. Oh, okay, let me start this. Let me get in the game here. Because I'm not. Zeka is a friend, nothing more. Frick fought with her and a few other wizards against Grix's army. They, along with 2 others, are the ones responsible for the success of the war. What I know of Frick is that he's an honorable and trustworthy man who needs help right now. Malgasta Florian told me it was the former Prince of Grix. Eric? She wondered aloud. New Grix has been valuable in trade. It seems foolhardy for him to attack one of our most important new settlements. Vengeance seems a suitable motive, though. An old man walked up behind Zeka. It was the forest's old friend, Ubuk.
Oldest.
What did I say?
Old.
Oh.
Friend. And the idea is he's older, he's old, he's ancient.
Ah. May, the forest has taken to calling your quest Frick's sake. Took me a long moment and a lengthy conversation to hear what it was trying to say, when all it would say was help May for Frick's sake. Now am I to understand Frick is his hat? Zeka sounded frustrated. Yes, and if you don't mind, it is an arcane matter, not one of nature. Ubuk offered his hand. Don't mind her, Don't mind her, bark being worse than bite and all that. Here we go. May grabbed his hand, and she led her to his own home. What? Yeah, highlight that part, please. Frick was one of us. I assure you, my bite is quite dangerous.
Supposed to do that.
She left ahead of them. Frick was one of us. I assure you, my bite is quite dangerous. She left ahead of them. It's too bad you don't get along better together. You're going to need her if you're going... Ooh. I don't know if I'm ready to read today. Let's get it. It's too bad you don't get along better together. You're going to need her if you want to save Frick. She knew he was right. Zeka's difficult demeanor was going to be a struggle. Frick was one of Zeka's closest friends. She may know things about Frick you don't. I'll give you a hint. Laugh anytime you think she's being overly serious. It softens her when she's not taken seriously. Oh, that's an interesting trait. Through the trees, I'll keep an eye on your journey. However, Mother Nature requires so much of me. They arrived at his home. He reached down to his doorknob to open his door, but hesitated. Things are not right. Someone or something is helping him. What's wrong? She asked. He was backing away from his door. Someone has changed the nature of my doorknob. When she looked at her, head ached like death.
Her comma was in the wrong place. When she looked at it, her head ached like death.
Oh.
It's just a comma in the wrong place.
Okay. What is it? He was silent as a gust of wind tossed his old ratty beard. The wind called him Dahara, a bridge between the arcane and nature. He looked around suspiciously. The thing is shifting the essence of nature itself. He was here only moments ago. He looked around one last time. I need to go now. Nature has called me. One last gust of wind scattered his image like sand. She heard a scream come from a nearby tower. May sat in awe. The wind has not felt the need to take one of her kind in centuries. Zeka was shouting, tossing things out a high window. May took her time. She passed by a pile of things that had begun accruing.
Oh, accruing mold. It's missing a word.
Mm.
Or moss.
Okay. They were covered in moss. She walked up the stairs covered in vines. When she walked into a big circular room, Zeka was on a rampage. Fury rapidly focused on her. If that old trickster thinks he can encroach on my space again, I'll... She left the threat to hang there menacingly. May put her hands up. Zeka relaxed. Ubuk just found something. Nature has called him for.
For him.
Yes.
Nature has called for him.
Yes.
Again, the comma's off. It should be something nature has called for him. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Get that right one.
You don't live in the same village as him. He paused to think of the right word. An instigator?
An instigator.
May laughed at her. He is a man of advanced years, who was just taken by the wind. He is not the one that tampered with your magic. She smiled, her feelings shifted. So the prince of a dead land wants his revenge on Frick. May nodded. Then what are we waiting for? Frick does not deserve to be a hat. He is a kind and gentle man. She walked out the door. May quickly followed. Eric should, but
Should be, but
should
a day's
be
travel.
just a day. Okay. Eric should be but just a day's travel, Zeka said as she transversed the stairs. Something is disrupting our king. We should first head to Malgasta Florian. May opened her mouth to say something, but Zeka's mind was still spilling out. I love this sentence. Okay. May opened her mouth to say something, but Zeka's mind was still spilling out of her mouth. No, he's a busy man. I'll get us a few horses. My magic isn't working right. We'll head straight to Eric and stop whatever nonsense he imposed on magic. She waved at a man who brought over some horses. Well, what do you think? I'm not working alone, am I? She turned and looked at her expectantly. May's face was caught in the shock of all her words all at once. Her patience was a thing Frick loved most about her. Sounds good, May said, hoping to get a move on. They hopped onto a horse each and took off on a canter into her beloved forests.
Okay.
That was an interesting chapter.
Not clicking the right thing. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're not clicking on the right stuff.
So then,
Mouse time! Oh.
yeah,
Wrong
wrong
screen.
Wrong screen. All right.
Alright.
There should be a comma there, right?
Period. It's the end of a sentence.
Oh, no, I thought you were in the red.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
I could also... That might be it, like, because they're getting deeper, because she's on the edge of it in her city by the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Getting deeper into this forest.
May's face was caught in the shock of all her words all at once. That's such a cute little sentence.
And then, May unexpectedly, I think I want to change it so that it specifies May. Because a lot of things are happening there. She's saying a lot. And
Right.
Hard to confuse them.
You're moving too much, Hooded.
Sorry.
This is a beautiful sentence.
That's what my mouth. That's what I do.
Yes, your mind spilt out
That's
your
what I
mouth a
do.
little too much.
And that's what I was trying to give with Zeka. I was trying to put a little bit of that into her.
I like it a lot.
Okay, is there a better way of putting this?
Eric should be, but it
Yeah, I would
needs
just get rid
to
of
be.
just. Or just get rid of just.
No.
Or should be but a day's travel.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bees.
Bzz. Bzz. So, then she found it, I think, is what I need in this next red spot. So she paused to think of the right word, and then she found it.
Uh-huh.
An instigator.
She's saying Ubuk is an instigator?
Yes. He's a trickster, a joker, likes to play tricks on her. It's really funny, actually.
When she found it, she said. So it's Today was my first day off in like 12 days. It was so
That's
great.
understatement.
No, 12 days. I
I
can't
thought it was 16.
No, it was... I thought it was 13. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't think it's 13. But I had to go into work on Wednesday and then had Thursday off. No, I had to go into work on Thursday and... I don't know. It was weird. But I've worked all but 2 days in February so far.
Work.
I know.
So I changed it. I changed it to her eyes grew flames because she's like getting mad.
Yeah.
Her eyes grew flames. Does that make sense?
When
She's
she
getting
found
mad
it. Yeah.
and sticky.
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's much better than what I suggested.
Now, what I'm saying here is that I had the comment in the wrong place, but do you understand what happened with him?
The wind took him, which is a very rare thing.
Yes. And the reason why the wind took him is because... For the same reason that the arcane takes Malgas to Florida. He's like... Nature will use him at certain times, and the wind has the ability to put him there.
Okay.
But it has to be natural consequences, not unnatural.
Right.
Which Ubuk comes back, and he's gone for a reason.
You probably just wanted to put quotes there.
Yes, that's what it is. I'm gonna come
Yeah.
here as well.
You put your quotes here too.
Okay, yeah. And then I have the quote over there I needed to get rid of.
Yeah, you have a couple of those in here, so if we see them as we go. That old treasure thinks he can encroach on my space again. I will. Instead of saying I will, say I'll. I'll. Why I oughta. When you're angry, you're not gonna. Do you disagree?
I could do this thing where she thinks about it for a second and then says something. She thinks about it menacingly. And then says something because she's really frustrated because he just covered all her shit in moss. Which would drive her nuts because it's not like she can just pull a muscle to make it go away. It's not like that for her, as you'll see in the next couple chapters. We're going to get really into the depth of the magic that's happening here.
But that was just some... when I read it as I will. I'll.
But I think
if that old trickster thinks he can encroach on my space again, I'll...
Murder.
No, this is cute. I like this. This is the only word I changed.
Oh, no. I see. May took her time. She passed a pile of things that had been accruing because she was throwing them out the window. And they were covered in moss. So it's actually right. But it probably just isn't reading well. And I need to sort the wording of it, right?
What if you do...
A pile of things that had been accruing.
So she had passed a pile of things. They were covered in moss. So get
or
rid of
just
this.
get rid of the sentence. Yeah, I see.
Get rid of this part here. Oop.
Oh, I'm happy. Or a pile of Zeka's things.
And then put that space there. They were covered in moss. She walked up the stairs covered in vines. That's fine. That's good.
Okay. The thing is shifting the essence of nature itself. He was here only moments ago. The reason why is because it's a she and not a he. The villain is... The Dahara is a female. So I didn't have that originally.
The thing is shifting the essence of nature itself. She was here only moments ago.
And I don't think I need the as here.
Where?
That's where I've got it read.
Oh, okay.
I did the whole. It's he was silent. A gust of wind tossed his old ruddy beard.
Yeah.
You don't need the as. It's extra.
There you go.
Jeez.
Keyboard's broken.
When she looked at it, her head ached. Nice.
Yeah, and headache is one word. When she looked at it, her
If
head
if you're
ached like
referring to it
death.
as a noun,
Oh, no,
but
I
it's
read
not.
it.
It's
I read it better.
it's a verb.
I read it better. I swear I know how to read, guys.
So, what do you think happened to the doorknob?
That's...
Is it the nature of a doorknob to kill people?
No.
That's how arcane magic works. It changes the nature of things to things it shouldn't be doing.
Oh. So he went to go touch the doorknob, but
It was
something.
gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a mine or a trap of some kind that once he touched it, it would kill him. And he sensed it, and the wind took him and said, "We're not losing Ubuk today."
Mm-hmm. And then
like,
she heard the scream from what's her face?
From Zeka because of what was happening to Ubuk, which Ubuk didn't do.
Right. So it looks like
She thinks he did, but he didn't.
whoever did this did opposite magics of what they can control, so they can't just fix it. Is what it feels like, because Ubuk had arcane and Zeka had.
Somebody did it to his doorknob. Did arcane magic, and somebody did natural magic to her stuff. Yeah.
Your mouse is cold. Could you substitute? It's cold, and I love my blankie. However, Mother Nature
again,
requires so much of me.
Requires much of me.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah, and that's all I wanted to do there. Together we are going to need...
It's too bad you guys don't get along.
Better together, period. He's trying to, like, teach her how to talk to...
Yeah, you're going to need her, if you want to save Frick. Zeka's difficult demeanor was going to be a struggle. Yeah. Frick was one of Zeka's closest friends.
It's like Frick is saying it here. Zeka's difficult demeanor. He knows it's going to be a problem.
Yes.
And it really isn't.
Okay. Remember, your mouse is cold, so you gotta take over.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
You can bring that forward.
Good.
Ubuk offered his hand. Don't mind her.
Okay,
Bark
so this
being
is
worse
this
than
is
bite and all that. May grabbed his hand, and he led her to his home.
like this. Because Zeka leaves first.
Just make sure that instead of it says and she led her to his home, it's he led her to his home. Yeah. Perfect. And get rid
He
of
led her to his home.
Yeah, don't just get rid of home.
Yeah. So then this... Yeah, here we go. And she's really harmless. That's the whole point here.
I assure you, my bite is quite dangerous. It's so cute.
She's cute.
Zeka's adorable.
And she's old too, but she doesn't show it, which will come up in the next chapter.
Zeka sounded frustrated. Yes, and if you don't mind, it is an arcane matter, not one of nature. No, that's not bad. It's just... Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe a comma after matter.
That's maybe what it was.
I think that's all it is. And if you don't mind, it is an arcane matter, not one of nature. I just see her rolling her eyes in that moment.
Yes.
Vengeance seems quite a suitable motive, though. An old man walked up behind Zeka. It was the forest's oldest friend. Ooh. May the... Good to see you. I got to play video games all day today. I played a cute one. What was it called?
Outcore.
Outcore.
It is absolutely free, and it's not a game that has its own screen.
Yeah, it uses your own computer files.
It's just that a character shows up on your screen asking for help. It's really interesting.
It was really cute.
And it has a DLC, and you may get into it. Okay, so you stumbled over this, and I don't know if it's saying what I need it to say.
Okay, well, let me read it again. Nugrix has been valuable in trade.
Or
It
maybe
seems
it's
foolhardy for
punctuation.
him to attack one of our most important new settlements. Yeah, that's probably all it was.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to ask you how you felt about Grix.
Grix is fine.
Or this was also dialogue, or no, not dialogue, something happened, right?
Told me it was the former Prince of Grix.
Um,
Is he the current or former?
Former. There's no Grix anymore. The kingdom took it.
So, before we go up too far, May, it's good to see you.
Oh.
Well, my old disciple. It's good to see you well, my old disciple. So, well, after well, put a comma. The forest is taken to calling your quest for frick's sake. Took me a long moment and lengthy conversation to hear what it was trying to say.
Really funny line, I think.
All it would say was, help May for frick's sake.
For frick's sake, just help May. What's so hard about this?
The only problem I have is that you say frick's sake and kind of ruin the joke already. So, the forest was trying to warn me of your quest. It took me a long moment and a lengthy conversation. Oh, how do you say that? Unique. Okay. The forest is taken to call on your quest something unique. It took me a long moment and a lengthy conversation to hear what it was trying to say. When all it would say was, help me for frick's sake. Much better. Much better. It doesn't ruin the joke.
How am I to understand that frick is a hat? Is his hat?
You could just do a hat and that would sound maybe a little better. That frick is a hat.
I know, I was going to do that and I think I put his there because it is his hat.
It is his hat,
But
yes.
a hat works too because his hat happens to be a hat as well.
Yeah.
And this is just terrible.
That is horrible.
Just so bad. Along with...
That's not how you spell along.
Along. Along. There you go.
Zeka's a friend, nothing more. Frick fought with her and a few other wizards against Grix's army. They, along with 2 others. Yeah, there's some comma stuff here.
This is a sentence.
Nothing more, I swear. Why would he say I swear? I don't think he would.
Maybe that does sound bad.
Because it's no longer third person, it becomes first person there.
It is
and Frick
bad.
has not been narrating this
And
story.
Frick fought with her.
It's not a bad sentence. I was just...
Okay, no, it's good.
I was not prepared. We have not been reading these before we start.
And it's about to get to a point where it's going to get pushed along.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, well, we're on chapter 6 and something big happens in chapter 10.
Nice. No, I think what we did fixed some of the things that I struggle with. I definitely am so happy you fixed the joke. I didn't want you ruining it.
It's a Valentine's Day treat to this thing. The whole chapter.
I knew the joke was coming, and it was underwhelming when I read it. because it ruined it the first time.
Okay.
Now...
There's something unique.
It's beautiful.
And Ubuk wouldn't necessarily go out and say it. He wouldn't come out and say it. You're right. Ubuk would be all sneaky about it because he's a funny little prankster.
And he's commenting on it too. And it's kind of like a little build-up. I like it. I like it a lot better now. Thank you.
All right, well, thanks for listening.
Have a good day.
We love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
And not to be done lollygagging style.
Juice.